2017 is going really well so far. I mean, it's only been 2 days in, but I am pumped, man. And I don't get pumped just because it's like the beginning of the month. Like I feel good going into 2017. I feel like I had a really good rhythm going at the end of 2016. I feel like we really picked up stuff with WeArePR at the end of 2016. And I just have a really good feeling about this brand and where we're going over the course of the next 3, 5, 10 years. And that's what I don't think. A lot of people are stuck with what's happening right now. Like, how can we make this brand or whatever we're trying to do, how can we make that happen now? As far as I'm concerned, I'm in this for the long run. Like it's just like a marriage. Like I'm not in just this brand and this company for like a year or two, and then if it doesn't pan out, see you later kind of thing. Like, no, I legitimately enjoy creating content. I legitimately enjoy printing these shirts, and I mean, I've got at least 70, 80 more years in this. Like, let that sink in for a minute. Like, I don't need to have this absolutely explode right now. Like, I'm gonna try to. Like, that doesn't give me an excuse just to not work for it. But I want to talk about 2017 first and what our goals between Laura and I are personally, and then again for the company, what we've got going on. And Werner actually hit us up with this question. I don't know if he directly asked this question in the last video, but he's the one who kind of got my mind rolling on like 2017 resolution goals, whatever you want to call them. So that's what this is. We're going to talk about exactly what our plans are for 2017 and exactly what we want to accomplish together and as a business-wise. And just looking back on 2016, so many great things have happened to us. We launched the company, we got married, our sales are continuing to rise, our content is continuing to rise. I'm basically adding more and more content, and I've been doing that for like, I think it's been like 6-7 weeks now. Like, it just keeps going up, and I'm not to the point where I feel like I have enough content. I feel like I still need more. So I'm going to keep doubling down on that. What else have we been doing? We're guest writing blogs for Lifthead. If you haven't checked them out, you need to go look at that. We've been guest writing some blogs for them. So many great things have happened. We've been blessed with so many things in 2016. And I absolutely love 2016. And 2017 is going to be no different. We're going to keep on accelerating, and we're just going to keep on doing what we know is going to work for us in the long run. So, without further ado, here's what we got going on for 2017. Okay, 2017 goals. Someone mentioned this, that we should do a video talking about our goals. I think that's kind of it lends into where our direction is. Mm-hmm. As individuals and as a company together. And I think that's really important that we make that distinction now, so we don't get everything all caught up into one, like everything is under WeArePR. I think it's cool that we've got the dynamic of the company as itself and then the dynamic of both of us. I think we need to keep those separated. I like it. So, start us off. Number one goal, or what is a goal that you have for 2017?
I would like to be able to save enough money to get a house, and that leads to getting a puppy, so those are kind of combined.
So your number one goal for 2017
no,
is to get a
goal.
Puppy and a house. I like that house idea.
Nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. I want a puppy too. And I want to name him Maverick. Mm-hmm. And I want a German Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Or a Pit Bull.
I'm kind of more sold on the German Shepherd right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because, like, I wouldn't mind getting a Pit Bull from a puppy, but I haven't seen, like, anywhere. Yeah. I haven't really looked for, like, where you could get a puppy, but.
Yeah.
So.
I like German Shepherds. My favorite dog. I think it'd be cool to get a rescue Pit Bull, but I think it would take a lot more effort and resources than we have right now. A lot more time, I think.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, what's one of yours?
I'm going to do a powerlifting competition. Bam. I really enjoyed doing like powerlifting recently. And Do I miss my standard or my workouts before where it was like a gabillion supersets with a gabillion reps? I do a little bit, but I'm enjoying this. I enjoy seeing the weights go up. And I enjoy seeing, or I guess I enjoy doing like different variations I've never done before. So like with bench, for example, I've never done like floor presses before or pause bench before, and I think I'm just enjoying it right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to do powerlifting long term, but I'd like to at least do a competition to see if I enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
I don't have a weight total. I don't have a lot to go on for this. I don't have a time or any one specific picked out, but I'm just gonna do one. Bam. Number 2.
My next one is that I've started about a gazillion books, so I need to finish reading all of the books I've actually started reading.
So what books have you started so far?
I've started a boundaries book, Anna Karenina. There's a book about anger. There's a list of.
So all over the place then.
Yeah.
It's not like
kind of. It's not just like one genre that I've picked
Yeah.
up and set back down, but like there's been a few books just over time that I've started, read through a chapter and a half, and then like put them down.
Yeah.
And it's like they're books that I want to read. It's not that I just didn't get into them and I don't actually want to finish them. They are books that I should finish and would like to finish.
So why didn't you finish them last year?
I don't know.
Is it just like a time issue or?
A time I forget to sit down and read them.
Yeah.
I get caught up doing other things, so I don't read them, and then I put them on a shelf and I forget that I was like, I don't forget that I was actually reading it. I just forget to actually pick it back up and start.
So how many books do you think you've got started right now? Like a rough guesstimate. Are you looking at our old bookshelf?
Okay. Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. I can't start a book. Like what I'm doing right now is hard enough for me, like reading 2 different books at the same time.
They're so unrelated though.
I know.
So that wouldn't be hard for me, but like at the same time I'd want to read one over the other probably.
Yeah.
Alright, your next goal.
So Gary Vaynerchuk does this at like a much higher level than we can, but I still think, I don't think that's an excuse for us, or that's an excuse for me just to not do it whatsoever. So I'd really like to help people out and really push positivity a lot more this year. Whether that's giving people some free clothes or that is helping them out in whatever way that we see fit. So that's the number 2 goal for me. And I wish I could quantify that. I guess 1 person a month, but I might do more than that, especially if there's small stuff. I don't know. I don't really know how to quantify that yet.
Yeah.
Number 3.
I think I'm gonna try and start running more.
That was like the most on the fence goal I've ever heard.
I know.
I think I kind of possibly want to start running maybe.
I know. I just need to figure out like when the best time to actually do it is, and if it's actually running outside or if it's running on a treadmill, like when we go and do cardio.
What do you mean the best time to do it? Like for you or like
yeah.
when all the stars align, best time to start running?
When throughout the day, like. I did track in high school, but that was my senior year, and I did middle distance to distance. But I was running on my own before that, at that point. And then when I was in college, I ran with friends of mine. We'd go for like 2 miles at a time, and then we did 2 days that way. We'd run 2 in like the earlier day, and then at night, if we were bored, we'd go for 2 more. And we'd just do it that way. And then we started training for a half marathon, and then I ended up running it. Nobody else ran with me, but she trained with me up until the point when I could actually go and do it. And then after that, I kind of stopped running and focused on weightlifting more. But like I've run on and off since then. It just hasn't been consistent.
So like the half marathon's really the only like thing you've trained for running wise in the past?
Yeah, running. I mean, like
Outside.
I've done like 5Ks and 10Ks and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like we'd run when I was in college. We'd run like the stuff at IU, there were a few races that we'd go to every year and run. We did that like twice or something like that. There were a few different ones that we went to.
Yeah.
For 2 years.
So do you see yourself training for a specific marathon or anything, or right now do you just want to kind of get back in the swing?
I don't think I want to like train, but I wouldn't mind looking for like 5Ks or 10Ks and like saying, okay, because that helps me is to pick like those little things, so it wouldn't have to be like a half marathon, because those are expensive and it takes a lot to actually build up that mileage.
About a full marathon.
I don't think I want to do a full. But to do like 5 and 10Ks, that would be fun. Or like mud runs and like work those in. Like those kinds of things are smaller and attainable, but they actually push me to keep running.
Alright, goal number 3 for me is I want to absolutely like blow up our content creation that we're doing right now. So right now we've got a pretty good foothold on doing the weekly video, the newsletter, and scattering some other stuff throughout the week. I would really like to up the amounts that we do and the amount of quality that we put out. Because I don't think right now we're utilizing, I think we can step our game up on YouTube a lot. I think Instagram can go up a lot, and I really like Snapchat, so I feel like we're using Snapchat, or I'm using Snapchat more now, as well as the Instagram live stories, but I don't feel like the YouTube and the Instagram pages are quite where I want them to be. So I really want to focus on putting out more content with the focus on documenting this journey. Whether it's with the screen printing stuff or it's with the weightlifting, running, I want to try and document that more. And not necessarily make how-to videos, like how to grow your subscriber count or how to do this or how to do that kind of thing, but I'd more or less like to document what we're doing and then put like challenging questions out there, like what we used to do with the 2-minute drill, where it's like a mind or just like a quick blip.
Yeah, brain check.
Yeah, exactly, same thing. So I'd really like to up those, and I think that's where that's a goal I'd really like to have.
Okay.
Is upping both the editing quality, the camera footage quality, the audio quality. I think there's a lot of room that we can get doing. All right, so there's my 3 goals, and there are your 3 goals. So, what is one goal that you have for me?
So, my goal for you is kind of, I see you frustrated a lot, and so I want you to try and enjoy the process of it all. Like, you really enjoy talking about all of the things that like Gary Vaynerchuk does in his books and in his videos and that kind of stuff, and that's awesome, but I want to see you actually enjoying applying those tweaks and changes and not getting frustrated when you just like when you oversleep or whatever, because I feel like you also undermine yourself in the fact that you start to just see your value in the amount of work you can get done. And I don't feel like that's fair to anyone else in your life, because you add value to so many other aspects of even just my life and other people's lives, just as a friend and as a human, that everything you're doing here on a day-to-day basis isn't the end-all be-all of your life, because you have so many other aspects of your life that add up to be really great and important things too. So
Thanks.
yeah.
Thanks. Alright, flip side of that. My one goal that I have for you, that is, I know that you help out with the clothing line, you help out with me, you've got a job, but what I don't see in your life is a hobby that you have that you really enjoy. I know you really enjoy photography, but I don't see you we don't do it that much. we do photography when it's connected to like shooting the shirts or shooting background pictures for Instagram or Facebook or whatever. But it's all for the business. I'd like to see it be more of a hobby for you that you can do. I'm not saying you have to do photography. I'm just saying I'd like to see a hobby in general.
I know, and I think that's one of the reasons why I want to start running again, is because that is something that that even when I'm frustrated, I've turned to kind of be my release of stress. Because I just enjoy it. Like when I actually get to the point where I can put down like a few miles and not be completely exhausted, like that's a really good spot for me mentally and physically, and I would like to get back to that. So I feel like, I'm not saying running is that hobby, but in the past it has been sort of one of those things that it's been like, this is something that I do. I enjoy doing it with other people, but if it's just me going on a run, I still really enjoy doing it on my own. Like, it is for me because I like doing it.
And that's what I don't feel like you have right now. I feel like a lot of what you do is to make other people happy, which is a great quality to have, but I'd like to see you do something, almost be selfish, do something just for you that you enjoy doing. And maybe running's that thing, maybe photography's that thing, or maybe that's something you haven't found yet, but I'd like to at least dive into it. Those are goals?
Yes.
All done?
Yes.
Nice. 2017 goals.
It's like the best high five ever.
That was a good one.
My hand hurts.